Recording has started.
All right, I am officially calling the SAC meeting to order on November 14th at 12:03 p.m. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I will start roll call. If you hear your campus, please raise your digital hand and we will see who's here. Eastern Connecticut State University. Or you could say yes, here. All right, so we've got Eastern, Central Connecticut State University.
Here.
We've got Central. Thank you, Tyler. Western Connecticut State University.
Present.
Thank you. Southern Connecticut State University. Looks like maybe not. Charter Oak.
Donna Wagner present for Charter Oak. And we also have Amy here as an alternate.
Hello, Amy, and hello, Donna. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. Northwestern, CT State Northwestern, which I am here. Lori will not be here today, but I am also from Northwestern, so that's good. Gateway, CT State Gateway Community College. Okay, no one from Gateway. Naugatuck Valley. No one from Naugatuck Valley. CT State Capital.
So hold on, Naugatuck Valley present.
Oh, sorry about that. Hello, Nick.
No, you're good, man. Hey, what's up?
All right, Naugatuck Valley is here. CT State Capital. No one from Capital. CT State Norwalk. No one from Norwalk.
Oh, sorry, I raised my hand, but yeah, I'm here.
Oh, my bad. Sorry,
Okay.
Norwalk is present. Thank you. Sorry about that. CT State Asnuntuck.
Here.
Thank you. Hello, Zoe. All right. CT State Quinnebog Valley. Let me just make sure. I don't think I saw anyone. Quinnebog Valley. Just trying to scroll through everyone. All right. No one from Quinnebog Valley. CT State Manchester. Okay. CT State Middlesex. No one from Middlesex. Okay. CT State Three Rivers. No one. CT State Tunxus.
Here.
Thank you. And CT State Housatonic.
Here.
Thank you, Jordan.
Yep.
All right. That is every campus. Tam, do we have quorum?
We are one short at CT State for quorum for meeting.
Dang. All right.
So we can have an informational meeting, but we do not have quorum to do any votes. Unless someone from CT State shows up.
Okay.
Hi, I had arrived a little late, but I'm a representative for Southern.
Southern?
Yes.
Yeah, we need
All right.
someone from CT State. Thank you, though. I did check you off for Southern. I saw you popped in.
Sorry for missing you early, Helena. All right, so we did not meet quorum.
Let me double check. We have Northwestern.
Yep.
Naugatuck Valley.
Mhm.
Norwalk.
Yes.
Asnuntuck.
Yep.
Ongsis and Housatonic. That gives us 6, and we need 7 for the old bylaws.
You're missing Gateway, Manchester, Middlesex, Capital, Quinebaug Valley, and Three Rivers.
Yep. Gateway is not here. He is unable to attend today. I already knew that. So
Yep.
Manchester does not have a rep. So if Three Rivers, Middlesex, Quinebaug, or Capital show up in the next few minutes, we can go into vote. But otherwise, it'll be an informational interview. So you can discuss everything on the agenda, but there is no vote.
Okay. So then we'll just move on to our standards and expectations. Tyler, would you like to do the honors?
Yep. So the standards and expectations of the Student Advisory Committee are as follows. We recognize responsibility, empathy.
Oh, did we lose him?
He something must have happened. Dakota, do you want to? Oh, he's coming back. Hold on.
Okay.
There he is.
Just got kicked out in the middle of it. All right. All right. I'll continue from where I left off. Sensitivity and speak one at a time. Perspective, patience, powerful, perseverance, engagement, escutar, collaboration, courage, trust, and time.
Thank you, Tyler. Vice Chair Tyler. All right. So then moving on to the next bit of the agenda. The secretary position for the Student Advisory Committee. Now, I know we had a student reach out to 3 of us expressing an interest in running for the secretary position. As far as I know, no one else has thrown their hat in the ring. So let's see here. If no one else is interested in running, Jordan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well with the weather outside. My name is Jordan. I'm the representative for Housatonic. I'm president for student government at my school, and I was just interested in taking on this position. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan. Writing some notes quick. All right. So I guess
I was just going to say, so at this juncture, we can't vote on secretary, but what we can do is we can hold that seat. And Jordan, we're very excited that you are interested in that position. And if there are no other individuals on SAC that are interested in that, at our next meeting when we have quorum, somebody's in the lobby. Hold, please. We might have quorum.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Ta-da! We are so excited that you are here. We have quorum.
Yes.
Hello. We did
Yay! You're the favorite person of the day. Are you
it.
so excited you showed up? He's like, what? I'm not. That's too much for me, right? All right.
Hi, Asham.
Hello. Sorry for being late. I apologize.
No, we're
I just
happy
got out of
you're
class.
here.
No
You
worries.
now got us to quorum where we can vote.
All right.
So let's start the
Middlesex
secretary introduction over because that is a vote.
here. Yes.
Okay.
We officially have quorum. All right. So, as we were just talking about, we had a student reach out to us expressing interest in joining, interested in running for the secretary position for the Student Advisory Committee. And that was Jordan. Jordan, if you want to just introduce yourself one more time.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Again, my name is Jordan. I'm the SAC representative for Housatonic, and yeah, I was interested in the secretary position for SAC.
Thank you again, Jordan. All right. So let's put it to a vote. I'd like to ask for a motion to, let's see here. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. I'd like to ask for a motion to vote on accepting Jordan as the secretary for the Student Advisory Committee. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Is there room for discussion?
Yes. Apologies.
just go on ahead and go through the roles of what the secretary position means, please?
Sure. So the secretary position, the responsibilities include taking the minutes for our student advisory committee meetings, as well as helping set up the agenda for every student advisory committee meeting, and would also include them meeting with Vice Chair Tyler and myself every week on our weekly meetings to discuss, progress of the projects we're working on. Thank you,
Thank
Isabel.
you very much.
Anyone else?
Oh, yeah.
Chair, I just wanted to
Oh.
introduce into the record the name of the person's last name, because we do have two Jordans on the call, just so everybody's
Oh,
clear.
good point. Good
We can
point.
see under the thing, if it moves, we can see the name, but I just want to make sure we have the right name and the right spelling in there.
Thank you for pointing that out, Jordan.
And
Oh yeah, go ahead, Nick.
point of order. Does someone else makes the motion, then someone else seconds the motion, then we vote on it, correct? Right?
Isabel, yes.
I'd be willing to answer that. So as chair, Dakota would not be able to, or Chair Lawson would not be able to motion, so that would need a motion and a second from a member of the committee.
All right. So I, Nicholas Clancy, would like to make a motion to vote in Jordan Texiera. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. As
You got it
SAC.
almost there. You almost
How do you
got
say
it.
it?
Teixeira.
Teixeira. Jordan
Yeah.
Teixeira as SAC secretary.
Schenkel seconds.
Excellent. Let me just write down his last name.
I feel as though I should have been more clear. You can motion, Chair Lawson. It's just that someone else says, someone like say I move and then someone else seconds. You are able to make that motion though. My apologies. I should have been more clear.
Okay. So we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, raise your hand. All right. All opposed? Any abstentions? All right. Tam, how do we do?
I'm just really proud of all of you and how wonderful you are to each other with learning and supporting each other. And I just wanted to make that comment. So thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations, Jordan. We're really happy to have you aboard.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. Look forward to working with
Welcome
you
aboard,
guys
Jordan.
more. Thanks.
All right. So then moving on to the next thing on the agenda. All right, the revised bylaws. I'd like to, give me a sec. I'd like to raise a motion to discuss our revised bylaws.
Schenkel moves.
Okay. Do we need a second? I think we need a second. Can we get a second?
I'd like to second
I
the motion.
second.
All right. So the bylaws. The last year's student advisory committee had revised the bylaws thanks to the bylaws committee they formed, and we revised them again after our discussion in our last October meeting to clear up the language. And so here we are to vote on them. They were attached in the email that included the agenda as well. So hopefully everyone had a chance to look over that. Is there any discussion? I'm just scrolling through everyone just to make sure there's no discussion. All right. Doesn't look like it. So I move the previous question. Let's put it to a vote. Can I get a motion to vote? Do I need a motion to vote?
No.
All right, then let's put it to a vote right off the bat then. All those in favor of adopting the revised bylaws for the Student Advisory Committee, raise your hand. Okay. All those opposed? Any abstentions? All right. Looks like we have officially adopted our revised bylaws for the Student Advisory Committee. Yay. Yay, we did it. All right. Next on the agenda, let me pull the agenda up again. All right, so our discussion areas. I'd like to, give me a sec. I'd like to raise a motion to discuss the Student Advisory Committee student survey and the updates. I have too many. Okay.
Schenkel moves.
Okay.
I would like to second the motion.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. So the student survey. We have finalized the questions with the Institute of Research, the IR, and we've also included a couple questions regarding the demographics. You know, no big deal. We put them into a Microsoft form and they look pretty good. I sent them out to my campus SGA to get them tested out, make sure it works, and no issues with that. Vice Chair Tyler and I met with Chair Gway and Chancellor Meduco of the Board of Regents to discuss incentives. Now, they wanted us to check to make sure that monetary incentives were okay. So we did just that. We checked in with the purchasing department. And so far, it sounds like we should be okay to offer gift card reward or gift card incentives. I did have down, we were waiting on some final confirmations on details, but from what I understand, the gift cards themselves would have to be under $25 and they can't be visas and they must be tracked. If I am getting that right, Tam? Now, in our meeting with Chair Gway and Chancellor Meduco, we were also suggested to socialize the survey with the President's Council and make sure that they're, good with it. And Chancellor Meduco also recommended we socialize the survey with the Senate. And so that is something we are going to be working on. Let's see what else. All right. And we are also going to be hopefully working with the student, well, no, sorry, let me backtrack. We'd like to be working with the Student Advisory Committee reps to help push the survey when we are ready to distribute it. Is there any other discussion from anyone? Yes, Isabel.
Do you guys need any help with flyers, things like that? And then maybe we go on ahead and share it to like the team so that way everyone could go on ahead, put up little flyers around campus, scan the QR code here type sort of situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry if you hear anything in the background. So if, Isabel, is that something you would be willing to help us out with?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Matthew had his hand up next.
Yes, Matthew?
Matthew, you're muted. Still no sound, Matthew.
It might be because you have your headphones on. It won't use the computer mic. It's possible.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, great. Okay. I was
There it
just
goes.
where the money would be coming from the gift cards?
Excellent question. We were talking to Chair Guay about potentially receiving some funding from the Board of Regents, I believe.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Anyone else?
I think Donna was next.
Donna. Sorry, I'm not seeing
I just wanted
everyone's
to
screen on
ask if we could receive a copy of the questions now that they've been called down again, because again, we never received a complete list from the previous committee. So before it goes onward, I would kind of like to see a copy of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will send the link out to the SAC team of the current draft, so you can see it this week.
Right, and I understand that it might get changed
Yep.
as you go through the other steps that you mentioned. I just figured if we could see it and have any other input in case you needed that before it goes onward. Thank you.
We'll
Yeah, for sure.
send that out with the notes. So we'll send that to Jordan and we'll have that in the notes. Nick?
Okay.
I know food always works well with things like this. It's effective. If you have people complete the survey, they go over to their student government, say, "Hey, I completed the survey," and then you disperse food amongst people who complete the survey. I think it's a great idea for those who are in their SGA, and for those who know their SGA, you can get in contact with them and help facilitate this.
Okay. Excuse me. SGA. All right.
Isabel?
My one concern with food would be it depends on how involved your SGA is, assuming that you guys have an office, making sure that everyone knows where that office is. It's just a lot of factors. I think, in my personal opinion, that gift cards would be a more streamlined way.
Thank you, Isabel. Nick, were you talking about food as like an additional or like a side incentive, or like using the incentive money for food as the incentive?
It could be a side thing. It could be the main way of doing so. Gift cards are great, but when you have a crowd gathered around eating, people with plates, I think it garners a bit more energy. And this might be better for bigger campuses rather like smaller campuses. Gift cards might be more effective. Bigger campuses with an active population, it shouldn't be too hard to find your SGA office and discuss this matter with them and see what they have to say. Or your dean of student activities could also help in this regard.
Donna?
All right.
I don't have a problem with SGAs, doing something additional again to promote it on their campuses. I was just pointing out with Charter Oak that would just be kind of not applicable to us because we're all online all over the country. So we would be solely relying on when the survey is sent out that there's an incentive for people to complete the survey and that they would be entered into a drawing for the gift cards. So just pointing out that there's a difference there. Two different things depending on how you want to focus it. I liked Isabel's idea of putting the flyers up to promote it. Again, given a QR code, make it easy to do. And again, whether food would incentivize them to do something other than scan a QR code, I don't know that. But again, it just wouldn't be something that would apply to our particular campus.
So
I think
would like to actually-
Hasham's hands up.
Hisham?
Thank you. Just a quick question. So I know the survey is the survey has the contents per SAC, correct? Okay, and the whole idea is that we're trying to use food and gift cards to incentivize people to want to complete the survey. So from my perspective, so I've been involved in my student senate, and also I'm working in career services right now, right? One of the problems that we saw on campus is a lot of people were coming to the basically when you want someone to do the survey, you want them to actually put thought into it, correct? To actually to not just select a couple random items and then essentially submit it. What we're doing at Middlesex anyways, for example, we're having a career services event. It's gonna be on December 4th, which is basically where people use Handshake and they create resumes and whatnot, right? I'm promising, and I've already got food selected from the student government. But what's going to happen is it's going to be transactional. When people bring a resume open to me or make a Handshake account, then we're going to be able to give them the option for food afterwards. Not for them coming to it's a reward system. For you guys in terms of when you want to if you guys are going to have this QR code, what I would do is if out of curiosity, are you guys going to have these people fill out the survey during a student senate meeting, or are you guys going to let them fill it out on their own recognizance?
I believe as of now, it's just doing it in their own time, hanging up
Okay.
flyers with QR code so they can do it at their convenience.
All right, I think obviously that would retain a lot more, but depending on I guess I don't know how many portions of the student body are aware of SAC and what they do. If you would want, what I mean, my idea would be is I guess I know when you me have meetings and whatnot, I go to my next Wednesday I'll talk to the student senate about what we basically went over. What I would do is the food isn't a bad idea. What I would do is that obviously whoever comes from these meetings should go to a student senate meeting where they can advertise for the student body to come in. That SAC representative can go to that student senate meeting, relay what was able to happen, and bring a QR code. Anyone over there who then after the representative is able to articulate what happened during the meeting will disperse the QR code for people to fill out. And then once they're able to fill it out thoroughly, then towards the end of the meeting, food can be given out or even gift cards. I think to say that if you eat, we'll give out food and we'll give you a gift card if you fill this out, defeats the purpose of actually wanting to fill it out, knowing what you're filling out, instead of just basically filling in random bubbles just to get something in return that just to get something in return. And of course too is that if you get a random survey and you don't know what SAC is, then but you see the option that you'll get a free gift card or food, you'll just randomly select answers. That's what I would do. But I mean, I understand if that's a lot more scheduling, coordinating, and it's too hard, it makes perfect sense. That's what I would do in terms of just to get actual reputable answers.
I think once the survey is finalized, and it's probably going to be an early spring dispensing of the survey to the campuses, we will have a meeting dedicated just to how this team will help get the message out about that survey and how the different campuses are very different. As Donna said, Charter Oak is completely online. All the community colleges, all the students commute. The universities is a combination of commuters and residential students. So we have to kind of think about it differently for each and every student and how we're going to capture all the different audiences, because we want to get as many voices through the survey as we can. So I think it'd be really good if we could spend one of our meetings really discussing how each of us is going to kind of pump that information out to our campuses and the best ways that we can incentivize on our campuses to get people to participate in completing the survey to get the most voices. But it'll be up to the SAC reps to really help us push that out. So let's plan on a spring meeting to really unpack how each of us are going to do that on our campuses and do some planning. But for right now, I want you to each think yourselves and maybe go back to your SGAs and get some input from them, what they think is the best way to get students to fill out surveys. Because a lot of times students don't do surveys for a reason. And the reason being is they get exhausted by doing surveys. This is going to be a very short survey. So we're hoping students are going to want to give feedback to make things better at our institutions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? I'm scrolling through. I'm not seeing any. All right. So then I move the previous question to close the discussion. All in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, all opposed? Any abstentions? All right, motion passes. We'll move on. Let me just look at the agenda again. All right, all right. Okay. I'd like to raise a motion to discuss the Student Connection Committee.
Schenkel moves.
Thank you, Isabel. Looks like
I'll second the
a
motion.
second. Excellent. We have a second. Let's discuss the Student Connection Committee. Now, last meeting, we were told that a student from Western Connecticut State University was interested in collaborating with us because of a lack of student engagement on campus and increase in student loneliness on campuses. So Vice Chair Tyler and I met with her a couple weeks ago to get to know her story, and she's a very very passionate student. And we had initially established the Student Connection Committee last meeting with Tom Gilberty from Southern offering to head said committee. And we were hoping to get a time to meet with Tom, Leia, who is the student, and Tyler and I to get the ball rolling on something we can do about that. Unfortunately, Tom himself isn't here. Who is the alternate?
That's me. Hi.
Hello, Helena. Hello. Yes, thank you. Any chance you've heard from Tom recently?
On this specific issue, no, I haven't heard anything about this.
Okay. Well, is there anyone who would also like to get involved in the Student Connection Committee? We can open this up to discussion. I'm seeing Matthew from Eastern. He's got his hand raised. And Isabel. I'm seeing Nick. Give me a sec to scroll through. Let me write these down real quick, guys. Okay, good.
Isabel, Matthew, Nick, and Jordan Tazera. Did I say it correct? Tazera? Tazera? No, I'm brutalizing it. I can feel it.
Shara?
You're getting there. It's a share. Yeah.
Tashera. Tashera. Tashera.
Okay. From Housatonic. All right.
So
And
all of you
anyone
are also
else?
interested in participating and helping? Yes? Awesome.
Excellent. So, I guess our next step for that would be to try to set up a meeting between Leia, again, that student, and as many of us as possible who are interested in getting involved in the Student Connection Committee. So, I guess, I don't know, should I send out an email, Tam, to discuss meeting times? I can do that. And discuss a meeting time. All right. All right. So we'll try to set up a meeting with Leia. We'll send out an email to everyone that expressed an interest, and we'll see what we can do to set something up. Is there any further discussion? Sorry about that. All right. Seeing none, I move the previous question to close the discussion. All those in favor, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, motion passes. Discussion is closed. Vice Chair Tyler, would you like to pick up at the Board of Regents Task Force?
Yes. So for our item on the Board of Regents Task Force, we do have an update on that. As many of you may know, we had the idea of having all the campus reps here making a slide, each about the progress, updates, initiatives that their campus have made. And from this, we would have a task force specifically about it. But due to a lack of interest, we'll be moving the Board of Regents Campus Updates Task Force to the spring joint SAC Board of Regents meeting instead of the December joint meeting between the Student Advisory Committee and Board of Regents.
Thank you, Tyler. Let's open it up to discussion, although I don't think we made a motion to discuss. Can I get a quick motion to discuss this?
I, Nicholas Clancy, Waterbury Rep, make a motion to discuss the Board of Regents Task Force.
I, Matthew from Eastern, will second that.
All right, excellent. Let's open it up to discussion. The first hand that I saw was from Nick. Yes.
So, what is the goal of the Board of Regents Task Force? I wasn't here for this.
I will explain that so that it's clear to everybody, if that's okay, Regent Lawson.
Yep.
The Board of Regents, twice annually, the Student Advisory Committee is to present to the full Board of Regents an update of what they're working on. So it's to happen twice a year. And in the fall, typically that is done by the chair and the vice chair, but would like to fold in all of the regents from around the student regents from SAC in the spring, and would like to have a more global picture in the spring from all of the SGAs from across the system this coming spring, because I think it would be a nice representation from all the campuses. So they have to do that twice a year. So that's what that is.
And is there still time to be part of it for the upcoming fall meeting that's going on, or we're just moving this to the spring?
I think moving it to the spring is probably a better option. The fall one is on December 12th. And I think gathering everyone in this group to put together that in 2 weeks with finals coming up was difficult. And the response that Regent Lawson and Regent Yee got was limited. They only heard from 2 campuses. And I don't know if we'll have enough time to put all that together with everybody's schedules and finals. And I also feel like people will have more updates in the spring from their activities from the entire year and what their SGA has completed and accomplished. And I thought it would be a full year's picture. And that's why I recommended a spring update from all the campuses.
And so we're not talking about just as us as reps. We're talking about us as schools, students, and SGA members.
Yeah, the spring would be the campuses. The fall is going to be an update on the survey that you've
Okay.
adopted your bylaws. And we will share the PowerPoint that will be presented on December 12th with SAC before it goes live.
Thank you.
Yep. I think Donna's hand is up as well.
Donna?
Muted, Donna.
Sorry, I was
That's
hitting the
okay.
hand and the same thing at the same
Yeah.
time. It's one of those days on a Friday. I just wanted to maybe recommend that we send out some kind of a template or whatever for each campus to use, because this again is something new that we haven't really done before. So if you're like saying, gee, I want each campus to have like one page on a PowerPoint, if that's what the goal is here, just, to give them some template, like here's our thing, we want it in this bullet format, or if you only have 2 topics that you want to expand on versus having a list of 8 things, maybe just some kind of an example, I guess, so that it's kind of consistent when you put it all together, instead of having one campus do something really one way and then another one do it someplace else. Every campus is going to be different, but I know you're trying to make it a consistent presentation so the regents can take it all in together.
That's a great suggestion, Donna. Thank you.
Thanks.
Nick's hands up.
Anyone else? Oh, Nick.
So my understanding when it comes to these things, in order to speak to the Board of Regents, the students have a very powerful voice. Teachers and faculty do not. And one of our best weapons or instruments is speaking to the Board of Regents and giving testimony. So it is important for us to go to these things and to give that testimony and those updates. I do hear you on it being structured, but talking about our personal grievances, what's going on campus, how we're moving towards solve those things, it goes a long way for these people. I know. So for Waterbury, what I would talk about is sometimes our elevators catch on fire. We've had people get trapped in them. We've moved to meet with senators and representatives. We've been very active on our campus, and there are a lot of issues still yet to resolve. We have an observatory now, and so what I'm trying to say is these personal testimonies, these testaments, and updating our Board of Regents on what's going on, it is significant, and just doing and making it kind of intimate and personal with them is very significant. So if you know you can't attend, or you know there's someone probably who, I mean, you can also talk about your personal life story, what our colleges do for us. I know for me, I'm a commuter. I can afford and pay for college. That's a big thing that they like to hear about. When I went to a breakfast last semester, I forget what it was called. There was a guy who talked about his, I think, wife had a miscarriage or something like that, and then he went to our Connecticut State federally funded colleges, and it was like he was doing something with his lost child. He had his lost child in his head when he was doing these things. These kind of testaments are very powerful when we're going before the Board of Regents, and it kind of give us all a bit of what that might look like when we go to this. Yeah.
Thank you, Nick. Is there anyone else that would like to add to the discussion? Seeing none, I would like to I'd like to move the previous question to close the discussion. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Those opposed? Any abstentions? All right, moving forward. Tyler, if you'd like to continue. Vice Chair, sorry.
Yep. Although we won't be sharing our campuses, we're moving on to the next item. And although we won't be sharing our campuses updates to the Board of Regents, I would like us to take some time to discuss amongst ourselves, to share an update from your campus, so we can talk amongst ourselves and be able to get to know what each campus is doing.
I'd like to raise a motion to discuss that.
I'll second the motion.
All right, let's discuss. Does anyone have anything that they'd like to talk about their campus?
Matthew's hands up.
Yeah, I know Eastern, this is the first year we have UPass. I know a lot of other colleges have had UPass for a while. We're a bit late in that, but we just got it now. So a big thing we've been doing is just working to roll that out. For us, it's about $40 per person. I'm guessing it's similar for you guys. So just letting people know since they're already paying for it, just go get it, go grab it, where you can go with it. I know my student government is planning. We usually do like a retreat once a year, and we're planning to go to New York and sort of showcase how you can cut down on trip costs by going, on the Metro North line all the way down for like $6 a person or something. So just getting the news out about that has been a really big thing we've done this year.
Nice. Glad to hear it, Matt.
Adrian has his hand up. Be careful driving,
Adrian?
sir.
Don't worry, I just made it to my job. So, near the one-stop center at CT State Tunxus, we have a table set up and some posters set up on how to access Engage. And we're going to have some of our SGA members just sit at the table. They're going to be using my iPad and they're going to be showing people how to access Engage, just to, have people engage.
I will quickly add to that for the four state schools. If you don't know what Engage is, it's our brand new program that we enrolled this semester to get students more engaged on campus. It shares campus activities, campus clubs. You can find articles related to any campus around CT State. And it is also where clubs can fill out financial request forms for the student government. I think that kind of covers Engage events, yeah. Just for anyone that wasn't sure. All right, is there anyone else that wants to add?
Isabel, Tyler, and then
Isabel.
Nick.
Okay, Isabel?
Yeah, so here at Western Connecticut State University, we use Engage in a variety of ways. I know that we've used it as long as I've been in school here. Our SGA uses it to go on ahead and track attendance for events and things like that, which helps us figure out how we want to finance certain clubs. Obviously, clubs with more engagement might want or have more access to more funding that way. Obviously, the finances, we use that for all clubs here. It's very, very useful. You get to go on ahead and check events. I know that people, at least at my school here, might not use Wolves Connect, which is our little website for Engage, as much as we would like, but we're slowly working on finding ways to push that out throughout campus, and it's gaining traction.
Very nice. Thank you, Isabel. Tyler.
Yeah, I also wanted to note that Central Connecticut State University also uses Engage, I guess. We've been using a version of it since 2010 to track clubs and their meetings and be able to have them do financial requests digitally. So that's all streamlined for our student activities office. So that's all.
Thank you, Tyler. Nick.
So for my school, we've been trying to tackle a couple different things. We kind of lack funding right now as CSCU, so we are reaching out to our legislative and legislators and representatives to come onto our campus and to engage with our students and read and watch videos on personal testimony. We had Senator Bronco come to our campus recently, which was nice, and we're trying to get the president of our campus to engage more in that direction. The people who hold the purse strings, it's important for them to know us personally. So we're trying to do that, as well as send videos. We're also trying to push for allowing e-payment for clubs. A lot of people don't use cash or checks these days, but we still can't use like Venmo or Apple Pay to pay for bake sales that clubs have. And I think that's something that'd be good for SAC to focus on to have changed when speaking to the Board of Regents. Let's allow for us to use electronic pay. It's banned. I forget why it's banned. It's stupid though. Um, and we're moving on from the throes of COVID too. So we're trying to get more in-person classes, more faculty, and establish sports to some extent. We're finally getting trying to get soccer nets on our campus. But sports are something we're kind of missing, and now that our populations are kind of returning to normal, it's something we can now focus on a bit. That's a bit of what we're working on Waterbury.
All right. Thank you, Nick. Is there anyone else who would like to add to the discussion? Oh, Helena? Helena, I believe I'm not hearing Helena.
I don't think her hand was up, correct?
Oh,
I think Donna's hand is up.
okay. Donna?
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly share our major update for our school is that our longtime president, Ed Klinowski, is going to be retiring after 28 years. So that's a long time for, excuse me, I'm trying to get over a cold, for someone to serve as a president of one institution. And he started originally as our technology director and then kind of moved up through the ranks over the years and has brought the school just to a whole other different level. In fact, there weren't even any graduate degree programs when he started, so he's been a big part of that. And also, working for our AI initiatives and other things. So they are having a celebration at our campus in New Britain next Wednesday. If anybody is interested in attending, especially if you're at a community college and you may be looking at transitioning to Charter Oak and continuing your degree process and don't really know about us. We do have a physical site there, so we will have some students in person along with staff And then also we will be doing it hybrid, so all of us all over, can kind of join in virtually. But it might be an idea of just if we wanted to say hello and thank you for your service to, our overall institutional structure in Connecticut. He's been a big part of that and all of the women in transition program there as well. So.
All
I
right.
can send
Thank you.
That's
Tam, I
really
can send
nice.
Tam the information, the address and the time and all of that, so she could forward it out in the email, or Jordan, now that we have a secretary, can do that. So if it's something you're interested in attending, I can send that information over.
That's really nice, Donna. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Anyone else? All right, then I believe that covers that discussion for now. We did lose Matt. So, oh, yeah, okay. But we don't have to vote on anything else. So I guess, should we just move to adjournment? All right. Tyler, would you like to adjourn?
Yeah, I motion to adjourn.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh,
one
Lena
moment.
did have, let me check the chat.
Oh.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on
Where's the
one
chat?
second. Hold on.
Oh, I see it.
I think my system. Okay. Oh, her tech is bad. It's not working. So that's what she was letting me know. Okay, I just got a private chat. She was having tech problems. All set.
All right.
Apologies. I just wanted to make sure she didn't want me to read something out of a chat for the group about her campus update. Continue. My apologies.
okay. All right. I motion to adjourn.
Second.
Move.
All right. So, all those in favor of adjourning, raise your hand. All right. No, sorry. All those opposed? Motion passes. We have adjourned at about 12:55 p.m.
Recording is stopping.